Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Extreme Mediocrity Sports Show. As always, I'm Koby. We have Mike with me. How was your Thanksgiving, man?
Hey, Thanksgiving was good, man. Ate a lot of food,
hmm
enjoyed some company with the fam. So Thanksgiving was good. How was yours?
It was good. Same thing. Ate too much. Got to relax,
hmm
and we had some good football games yesterday too.
Yeah, it was, and we was able to enjoy some good football, and getting into a lot of divisional games as well. So
hmm
first off, we had the Green Bay Packers playing the Detroit Lions, and the Packers found a way to win on the road, and the Lions they struggled again in this game.
Yeah, the Packers were my pick to win this week because of the Lions defense. We talked about last episode how this Lions team is, built to compete in these shootouts, but with the Packers defense being, I'd say, leagues better than Detroit's right now. Last week, Jameis Winston was running routes on this Detroit secondary, and
hmm
if a short week to prepare, that defense wasn't going to be ready for Jordan Love in that offense, and it showed. uh, Jordan Love came out with the 4 touchdowns. Wicks had 2 touchdowns. Christian Watson had a good game, and Josh Jacobs, uh, I feel like he's been in the league forever at this point, and he's still putting up solid numbers.
hmm
uh, yeah, the Lions need to figure out something on defense because as many weapons as they have on offense, they are lacking on defense at the moment.
Yeah, and a big take for me in this game. One for for the Packers, Jordan Love. He's playing really, really, really well. And yes, it was against a Lions defense that is questionable in the secondary, but 4 touchdowns for him. He's been playing well all season, and they finally have a healthy Jacobs in the backfield. So, I mean, they're going to start relying on him a lot the later it gets in the season. Um, but this Detroit team, we've been saying that the last few weeks the defense is struggling, but
Mhm.
it seems like ever since the head coach has started to call the plays, I mean, even the fourth down conversions, I believe they had some questionable fourth downs in this game
Yeah,
where they could have took field some points to get a field goal, get 3 points. They chose to go for it on fourth down and didn't get it. Two big fourth downs that they missed on, and I think the Green Bay Packers they knew they had to be aggressive against the Detroit Lions, and they was able to capitalize on a few fourth down conversions and turn them into touchdowns. So um, I know that the Lions is known to be aggressive, but I, I don't know if the right thing to do is have their head coach calling the plays because it seems like he's learning. Like he's
yeah,
not used to calling plays. It seems like he's trying to
hmm
figure it out on the fly.
yeah. And he's a great coach. He's a great
hmm
motivator. He can get that locker room fired up when he needs to, but play calling might not really be his cup of tea.
hmm And Amon Ra St. Brown, he injured his ankle early in this game, so I'm sure that contributed to this loss for Detroit. But Jameson Williams, he had a big game, 7 catches for 144 yards. He could have kept the Lions in the game late in the fourth quarter, but he dropped a crucial fourth down pass that hit
Yeah,
him in the hands. So yeah, just seems like they're not really focused right now. Losing games that they were definitely winning last year. Um, but yeah, that was a tough loss for them in the division.
yeah. With it seems like they're definitely not going to catch the Packers now. Anything could happen, obviously, but the Bears are lurking right there too. So I mean, Detroit's
Yeah.
really got to figure something out.
Yep. And then our next game that was on the slate, we had the Chiefs going into Big D
Mm,
pause and beating the Cowboys 28-31. Um, these Cowboys, man, defense is stepping up.
hmm
Dak is playing well. They are trying to make a push for a playoff spot.
Yeah, the big news of the season was the Cowboys trading Micah Parsons. You already had the struggling defense. You traded away maybe a top 5 defensive player in the year because he wants to be able to like focus on stopping the run, and they may go out
Hmm.
a couple other trades. But man, these last couple weeks, yeah, that defense has really stepped up. The offense is just electric, like between CD and Pickens and but the Chiefs, man, like we talked about them last week. The Chiefs won, but then you looked at their stats and you're like, oh man, the Chiefs probably lost this game. But no, they won. Now you look at these stats for this week, Mahomes 261 and 4 touchdowns. You're like, oh, so they won this week then, right? No, they did not.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Cowboys. Uh, I mean, they're getting hot at the right time. The Chiefs are, you know, not living up to the Chiefs' expectations that they're normally at. But these are two both teams right on the outside of the playoffs, and that was a big win for the Cowboys.
Yeah, and with the offense like they have with the Cowboys, that defense doesn't have to do too much.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to do enough to get the win, and that's what they did in this game. Early on, they was playing well, getting pressure on Mahomes, and it allowed that offense to put some points on the board. And the Chiefs just couldn't come back from that in the end. So. Um, this is going to be surprising moving forward if the Chiefs do not find a way to make the playoffs with
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes making a AFC Championship game every single year. So, hey, we'll see when it gets to that point.
Yeah.
And next we have a AFC North divisional game. We had the Bengals going to be more and finding a way to win against the Ravens 32-14. Joe Burrow's first game back, played
Mm-hmm.
really well, didn't have a lot of rust on him, and we saw the struggles continue with the Ravens.
Yeah, there was the return of Joe Shiesty.
Hmm.
He was moving around back in the pocket. There was a couple replays they showed it was just him moving around, and he looked good. At one point, though, he was like 1 of 9 with like a protected pocket. Like he wasn't quite able to dial in his throws, but
Mm,
obviously they did plenty to win that game. But yeah, the Ravens offense, they did struggle, but they did have a lot. Isaiah Likely had a long touchdown where he kind of had to jump over defender. He fumbled at the goal line, and that went to the Bengals. And then Zay Flowers also had like a 40 or 50-yard touchdown, but he got called for pass interference, and that came back, and Baltimore wasn't able to capitalize there. So they uh, left some points on the board as well. But it feels like being a Browns fan, like we're very familiar with the Ravens, like uh, Pittsburgh and Baltimore. The two things, like the one thing that both of these teams are always known for is just stout defense, like
hmm.
not allowing points, not allowing yards. And man, something's going, as bad as the Ravens are offensively, their defense isn't, stopping anybody either. So the Ravens are in a rough spot right now. I mean, the Steelers
Hmm.
are right there. The Bengals are just a couple games back now after that. So I mean, I would like to say the Browns were in contention too, but this I mean, this division is up for any three of those teams right now.
Yeah, no, Bengals proved last year that they can get on a run at the end of the season and make things interesting. They won maybe 5 or 6 games in a row last season and almost got in, but yeah, something is going on with the Ravens. I think Lamar may be still having some lingering injuries going on. He's not taking off running when the lanes open up. He's holding on to the ball. He actually fumbled because he was undecided. Looked like he was going to throw, then tried to pull the
Yeah.
ball back and fumbled. Um, he doesn't look like himself out there. And again, this is another game where Derrick Henry, if you bottle him up, keep him around like 50, 60 yards. He had one big run
Hmm.
earlier in the game, maybe for 25 or 30 yards. After that, he got nothing. So uh yeah, Ravens, I mean, they're opening up the door for the Bengals to come back and possibly win that division. And because the Steelers and the Ravens right now, are kind of
Hmm.
not really doing well. So we'll see who wants to win the division because it doesn't seem like anybody wants it right now.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and next we have next we can get into the Bears and the Eagles. This game we just finished watching
Hmm.
not too long ago. Bears came away with the win 24-15. Um it's the same thing we've been saying. Eagles continue to struggle. Saquon still can't get anything going. And the Bears, I'm gonna get into them in a second, but the Bears just continue to win.
Yeah, the Bears continue to win, and the Eagles just continue to be maybe the most underwhelming playoff team in the history.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were talking about how they're not running the ball, and like they can't throw the ball, they can't run the ball. AJ Brown has been very vocal. He had a great game today,
Mm-hmm.
but I was tuning into this game on and off. But I just saw the rushing numbers from this Bears running back duo. We
Mm-hmm.
were that is insane because we were
Mm-hmm.
talking about how, especially up front with Jalen Carter and those other guys on the Eagles defensive line, how their defense is the backbone of this team. Like it helps their offense, and that's a crazy stat for 255 rushing yards. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the Eagles might be in trouble because like we just got done talking about the Cowboys. They are closing that gap.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, crazy Thanksgiving weekend games.
Yeah, teams are really they're kind of doing the same thing against the Eagles. They're stopping the run and trying to make Hurts win the game. And yes, he'll have a good game, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, but an AJ Brown, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. But again, if you cannot get Saquon going, if you can't establish that run, they're not going to have much success. And for the Bears, I like your pick when we in our last episode where you said Ben Johnson for Coach of the Year
Hmm.
because he really changed up the game plan this week going against the Eagles. He really took it to their defensive line, which is the Eagles' strong point on defense. But he knew that if he could really just keep running the ball at them later in the game, they'll soften up, pause, and they'll be able to have more success. And he did that and he stayed with it. Even if they
Yeah.
had 2 yards, he still was running the ball and
Hmm.
just kept running the ball. And then you see the outcome. But you're used to Ben Johnson coming up with these nice play passes, these, different you know, exotic pass plays. But
Yeah.
today he really showed that he can just call a running uh game attack against the Eagles, which is their strong point, and have success. So this was a big win for the Bears in that division, and they improved to 9-3, uh, second in the NFC. I mean, yeah,
I didn't see it coming.
yeah,
And
definitely
and
didn't
that's
see it
and
coming.
that's a perfect game script for a young quarterback like Caleb Williams too,
Hmm.
who can struggle at times. And his stat line from today doesn't jump off the paper at you. He didn't do anything to win this game, but he didn't do anything to lose the game for him either. So that was just a perfectly called game, like you said, by Ben Johnson.
Yeah, it was really smart, not putting the ball in Caleb's Williams' hands too much, and making sure that running game was the bread and butter. Um, so yeah, but next we could get into our game picks.
Oh man.
So, hey man, you just got a little bit more work to do, man. But these Thanksgiving games were kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
We didn't really expect the Bears to go into Philly and get that win, but
Mm-mm.
yeah, but we have a lot of games where you can make some ground. And with that, the first game we have is the San Francisco 49ers traveling to Cleveland to face the Browns, and 49ers are being favored by 4.5 right now. What you got?
Oh, man. Actually, I didn't even write this game down. I missed it, but I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. So
Okay, great. Because I don't think I'm wrong in this. I know with the Cleveland Browns, the defense, to me, the Cleveland Browns defense is probably top three, if not one, in the league. That's probably the toughest defense to go up against.
hmm
Um, and with that being said, I do believe that the 49ers will struggle. Um, More so in a passing game because I don't think Purdy is going to have a lot of time to throw. And I think it's going to be screen, screen, screen to McCaffrey. But I don't have 100% faith in Shador right now. I know he did make a couple plays against the Raiders to get them that win, but the 49ers defense has been playing well also. And if they can confuse Shador enough
hmm
or force him into some mistakes, I do think that the 49ers offense will do just a little bit more than what the Browns will do on offense. And I think they'll sneak away with a low scoring win. So I'm going to take the 49ers to get a win on the road.
Yeah. All right. Let me break this down for you a little bit. All right. You were right about one thing. This is
Mhm.
going to be a low scoring game. This is going to be a defensive game. As of
Mm.
earlier today, the field was completely under snow.
Mm.
The weather for Sunday is like between 30 and 33 degrees, 25 to 30 mile per hour winds. Shador does not have to air the. You were talking about screens. What what is this Cleveland offense built around? The screen pass, the play actions, the turnovers, unfortunately. But I got a feeling in me, and maybe if I wasn't down 3 games right now, I gotta start trying to find these wins. But
Mhm.
yeah, this defense is stepping up. Brock Purdy threw 3 interceptions against the Panthers last week. I, give
You
me
want to
the
say it, but you don't.
give me the home team. Give me the Browns to go out, upset upset the 49ers. I do think if we are able to take the pass game away and they have to rely on Christian McCaffrey,
Mhm.
we've been very solid against the run this year and like running backs in general. We have had a few games where some running backs got loose, and I get it. Christian McCaffrey is one of the best all around backs in the league,
Mhm.
but I gotta take the home team here.
Mhm.
I gotta make up some games in this competition, and and Shador gets another week with the ones. It should be a nice, simple play sheet for him, and I don't know.
I like it.
I just got to go with him.
I
I
like
just
it.
have to.
You got to ride that high, man.
Yeah,
But I
we don't
like
get
it.
very many of them, so
Hmm. And yeah, that weather may have something to do with that game also. Um, but next we have the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Tennessee, playing the Titans. Jaguars being favored on the road by 5.5. What's your thoughts on this one?
I think Jacksonville is one of those teams that are kind of picking up some steam at the right time as well. They had that nice upset win against Kansas City early in the season, showing that they can win the big games when they have to. But fortunately for them, this week they're not going to have to worry about a big game because they're playing the Titans. I get it; it's another divisional, game where anything can happen. but I just I Tennessee just they don't have enough this year. Uh, they're going to have a top 3 pick next year to pair somebody up with Cam Ward, and they're the Titans are built for the future right now, not the not the now.
I like it. I like it. And just like how you like to take risk,
Oh,
I'm going to give one right back to you.
oh
I
no!
I am going to go with the Tennessee Titans
Wow.
to get a win at home against the Jaguars. Jaguars are just inconsistent. I don't know each week which Jacksonville Jaguars team that I'm going to see. Yes, they're in a close divisional race, but the Tennessee Titans, they did Cam Ward is starting to play a little bit better.
Hmm.
The defense is struggling, but I think if they're going to get a win, it might be against a team like this at home. I'm going to go out on a little risk here, and I'm going to take the Titans to get a win. So
Okay.
yeah, man, we're all about these upsets this week. I see.
I got a couple
Um,
more coming, so
next, hopefully it's the Panthers. Next, we have the Houston Texans facing a divisional opponent, Colts, in Indianapolis, and the Colts being favored by 3.5 at home. Um, this game, I mean, last time we saw the Texans, we saw them dominate against Josh Allen and the Bills. The
hmm.
defense was incredible, getting pressure in the backfield seemed like every snap. Speaking of snap, Daniel Jones, his leg, man,
It's not good.
one hit on that leg is going to be snapped because right now Daniel Jones is playing with a fractured fibula. So um, I'm not sure why they're going to gamble with him. I mean they should at least sit him 1 week, but
Yeah.
uh, yeah, putting him out there, risking further injury. I'm not sure who's making that call, but I think the Texans defense is going to uh, get them a win on the road this week.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth there. We saw what this defense could do against a healthy Josh Allen. We've seen how inconsistent a healthy Daniel Jones can be, and now, like from the clip that surfaced today, I think it was, dude's not moving well.
Mm-mm.
And if he's gonna have Will Anderson and those boys like breathing down his neck all game,
Mm-hmm.
that is not going to work out for them. I also think C.J. Stroud's
Yep, he's back.
making his return this week. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Davis Mills played great in his absence. So I
Yeah,
don't, I don't. But
I could tell that CJ was coming back after that win last week against the Bills. They just showed him in the corner, just looking like pissed off.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he was determined to get back out there.
But yeah, for my second upset of the week, I too like the Texans in Indy and getting the win.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints playing the Miami Dolphins in Miami. The Dolphins being favored by 5.5. Um, this is lackluster, but how do you see this one? Going?
Actually, I looked into this one a little bit because the Miami Dolphins we were used to talking about, like 3, 4, 5 weeks ago.
Mm,
They were dead in the water. I mean, record wise, they're still dead in the water, but they've won their last 2 games. The Saints they're going to be battling the Titans for the number 1 pick again. Uh, I think if the Titan or the Dolphins, it's just not turning the ball over. If Tua just manages the game the way he's supposed to manage the game, uh, get the running game going like they have been, I think Miami wins this game.
yep, totally agree with you. Not going to stay on this one long. Saints are just really bad right now, and the Dolphins are playing a lot better. So, going to go with the Dolphins in this game. But next we have the Atlanta Falcons playing the New York Jets. Falcons being favored by 2.5. I really want. Uh, the, I already know who I'm going to go with. So I kind of really want to hear what you're going to say first because let me let me know what you're going to go with, but I know what I'm gonna
like I have it marked on my paper who I picked
do.
to, but I know where you're going too. But I almost want
Because
to
I said
jump.
I would never go back.
I know I almost want to jump on the Jets this week with you because I know that's where you're going. But I don't know. The Falcons have offensively just been terrible these last couple weeks. They're not winning the games they're supposed to. But I do think the Jets defense, after trading away Sauce and Quinn and Williams and those guys, and this is a good bounce back spot for Atlanta to maybe get something going. Like I know it's Kirk Cousins, but for Atlanta to win this game, this needs to be the Bijan show. Get
Yeah.
him, get him the ball as much as possible. Run the ball often, early. Maybe open up some play action so you can get Drake London and Kyle Pitts and those guys involved. But I do think Atlanta is going to win this week.
I said I never would pick
you
the
you did
Jets again.
it's on record.
I tried to get them to muster up a win earlier in the season. Their first win, they didn't do it every time I tried. Um, do I
Tyrod
do I
Taylor
do I
starting.
go against my word? Do I go against my word
I mean, hey man, it's on record. That's
on
up
what
to
I
you.
actually believe?
It's on
Because
video.
I do believe that the Jets could win this game at home.
I think they definitely could, but
And I think they could, and I think they will. I am gonna go with some home cooking. They
mm-hmm.
can't go the rest of the season undefeated. The Falcons are struggling. Kirk Cousins looks horrible. Defense, you don't know how the defense is going to play. They do have a lot of good players on that side of the ball. Bijan hasn't been rolling lately. So hopefully the Jets can force some turnovers and do something at home. But I'm gonna go with the Jets to get a win at home. I'm opening up the door. Hey, at this point, hey,
I mean, you might be pulling away too.
hey, we'll see, man. But in this next game, we have the LA Rams facing the Carolina Panthers. Rams being this part should be more than this. Rams being favored on the road by 8.5.
Hey man, you've been
hmm?
Carolina's biggest fan the last couple of weeks. You can't turn your back on them now.
I don't think I will, man. I don't think I will. Carolina Panthers, they're still in a good divisional race right now with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Right now, the Bucks kind of open the door for the Panthers to sneak in and win that division. Bryce Young is playing well. Dowdle's playing well. Receivers are stepping up. Defense, not so much. But with a young offense like that, I do think that they can have some success against the Rams, but I'm going with the Rams to get a win on the road. Probably win by definitely double digits. They're just going to go up and down the field on this Panthers defense. I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm actually double checking the spread right now because I was like, yeah, 8.5 doesn't seem quite.
Yeah, I
But
updated that maybe like a couple days, so
okay,
maybe it's
so on Bleacher Report, which uses DraftKings, they have the Rams at -10. So
okay.
that's double digits. I think is the right spread. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Stafford's having an MVP year. That defense, the defensive line can get pressure. The secondary is, solid. Uh, yeah, that's all I can. It's the Rams, but
Yeah.
you know, we there's one game every week where we just shrug it off and be like, oh, well, this is the Rams versus Panthers. Like this is nothing, but somehow the nothing team comes back and they probably will now since you picked against them. The
Mm-hmm.
Panthers are going to try to win you back this week. But yeah, I like the Rams.
Yeah. Yeah. Next we have a really interesting game. Next the Cardinals going into Tampa, and the Bucks being favored at home by 2.5. How do you see this game going? I'm still trying to see what I'm gonna do with this one.
I mean, like both teams have lost the last three in a row. Uh, the Bucks, who were, you know, they were high in our power rankings. Baker was having the MVP season. We're thinking like this is the Bake Show. This is what, but man, they are crumbling.
Hmm.
Carolina just, I mean, they haven't been in the spotlight at all. They've been kind of bad all year. Jacoby Brissett's kind of breathing a little bit of life into that offense, but defensively, I don't think they have enough there to keep up with the Bucks offense. Even if they do struggle a little bit, Bucks being at home, I like Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I was really, really, really leaning towards the Cardinals to get a win on the road. If they do, I would not be surprised. Um, they've been playing well. Last week they took the Jaguars down to the wire. They had some tough games. They played 49ers, so they had some tough opponents. Now they're dealing with a um, injury riddled Bucks team. I don't think Mike Evans is back. Baker is still dealing with a shoulder injury. Um, and we saw what the Rams offense was able to do against that defense. I just don't know if the Cardinals have enough on offense to really put some points on the board. So because of that, I'm going to go with the Bucks to sneak out a win at home, but I do think it's going to be close. I don't think
Yeah,
it's going to yeah. Um, Next, we have the Minnesota Vikings traveling on the road to the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks being favored by 11 and a half at home. Um, you said it earlier, JJ McCarthy. His stats right now is not trending good right now, and I mean playing a Seahawks team that is good on offense and defense. I see why the spread is at 11 and a half.
yeah. I mean, Seattle lost last week, but was that the game they played against the Rams, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and they were it, and they were right in that game the whole time, despite Darnold throwing four interceptions. But yeah, I forget what the actual stat was, but the only quarterback JJ McCarthy is rating higher than right now is Jamarcus Russell, and he didn't
Mm.
look at game film, like he didn't try. So JJ McCarthy is historically bad right now. The Seahawks offense is extremely good. Their defense is solid. I think that 11 and a half spread speaks for itself. But yeah, give me Seattle. I mean, you could give me Seattle anywhere in this game, but the fact that it's at home helps too. So
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I also think that the Seahawks is going to get that win. And next we have the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to LA to play the Chargers. Chargers being favored by 8.5. This is a quick one for me as well. Chargers will get a win this week. I don't think the Raiders has a chance.
no, and we never know which Chargers team is showing up,
Hmm.
but even if it's the bad Chargers, I think the bad Chargers is still good enough to win this game. So
Hmm.
unless they have like another lower gear, yeah, I like the
Hmm.
Chargers this week.
All right. All right. And next we have the Buffalo Bills traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Um, I think Josh Allen he's gonna be really motivated to get a win this week. He didn't look great against the Texans. They had um a
Hmm.
long time off since then, but and the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think Rudolph is still at
I,
quarterback.
I think Rogers is back actually.
Okay, okay. Um,
I'm double checking right now, but I saw it pop up and I didn't look into it, but I'm pretty sure he is.
okay. So yeah, if Rogers is back, this game will probably be a little bit closer, but he's still just, coming off of that injury. Defense is going to play well, but with a motivated Josh towards the end of the season, he's going to really try to make sure that the Buffalo Bills make it into the playoffs. So I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills to get a win on the road.
Yeah, actually, Mike Tomlin did say all systems go for Aaron Rodgers this week.
Okay.
So I did hesitate on this pick a little bit just because, man, like, the Bills just defensively they can't really stop anybody, and when Josh Allen struggles, this offense is terrible. But
Hmm.
everything you said is made too much sense. The Bills are looking to bounce back. You know, uh, I don't think they can win this division, so they're going to have to get the wild card spot. And it does
Hmm.
seem like in the big moments, Josh Allen can step up. It's those games where you don't you don't think it's going to be an issue where he seems to struggle. And Pittsburgh's defense is not the Texans' defense.
Hmm.
So even with Buffalo being on the road, I like the Bills this week.
All righty. And now we get into a game that I've been waiting for. We have the Denver Broncos coming to the crib to play the Washington Commanders on Sunday night. Um, I don't care that Denver
Yes, you
is
do.
what 9-2 now. I don't care. I don't care that they won 9 in a
You're not
row.
doing it.
I don't care what their record is, man. Bo Nix is not playing well. He's struggled a little bit. The defense is carrying that team. It's a long travel that they're gonna have to do to come to DC or
Hmm.
Maryland. And
Hmm.
the Commanders, we're probably a week away from getting Jaden back. But who do we get back? We got Terry back. He should help out Mariota. Um, Hopefully, him and Debo can put a little stress on that secondary for the Broncos. We need to get the running game going. Um, and we haven't won a game in I don't know how, maybe 4 to 5 weeks. I think the last win we got was maybe against the LA Rams. I mean the LA Chargers, and that was like 5 or 6 weeks ago. So
They have
we're
lost. You have lost six in a row, by the way.
yeah, lost 6 in a row. I think the last win was that Chargers game, but and that's with all that being said, we're due for a win. We are past due,
Go
and
ahead,
I
say
think
it, please.
and I think that this game is going to get us back on track. It's going to get us back on track where we're playing well on offense and defense, but we'll find a way to lose.
Yeah.
Sadly, against the Denver Broncos, I can't do it. Broncos is number one in the AFC. They're going to just slice us up. Our defense is not playing well, so give me the Denver Broncos
Hmm.
against my Commanders.
Come on. I was a homer in a game I don't think we're gonna win, but
Mm-mm. I did it against the Seahawks. I learned my lesson.
yeah. No, I think that's. I'll be honest with you. That 5.5 could easily be 8.5.
Hmm.
But yeah, you do get you do get Terry back. That's obviously a big boost to the offense. And yeah, if you guys can find a way to get the ball, like running the ball early, but yeah, the Broncos are the number one team right now for a reason. Even
Yeah.
if Bo Nix struggles against like good defenses, and I don't care who you have in there on defense right now. That secondary defensive line is full of Swiss cheese.
Hmm.
Uh, give me give me the Denver Broncos.
All right. And to finish up, we have the New York Giants going into New England facing the Patriots. Patriots being favored at home by 7.5. This one will be quick for us, but how do you see this game?
I think you're going to see Drake May really make a case for MVP. It's going to be tough because Matt Stafford's going against the Panthers, also Swiss cheese defense.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is just going to be the New England Patriots day. The Giants still have two. I mean, even if the Giants were healthy, I don't really think it would matter. But a lot of injuries on the offense. The defense is, you know, still solid, but that New England offense right now, especially with Travion Henderson running the ball a little bit better, they are. We just talked about Denver Broncos being the number one team. I think you could put them at 1A and New England's right there at 1B.
Hmm.
They're just too good right now.
Yeah. If the Giants was facing almost any other team, I would probably go with the Giants. They're getting their quarterback, Dart. I believe he's coming back. Defense is playing really, really, really well. They took the Lions into overtime. Yes, the Lions defense struggled as well, but Jameis played well in that game, and that offense was cooking a little bit. Um, but like you said, the New England Patriots, they just seem unstoppable right now. They're riding a high, and at home, I don't, especially getting this cold into the year, I don't think that they're gonna be
Mm-mm.
beat by the Giants. So I'm also picking the Patriots to get a win. All right, that wraps up our picks. We took a lot of gambles
Yeah,
this
I'm
week.
going through right now, trying to figure out where we all went, how many we had different.
Hmm.
We had
We
one, two, three. I think it was three. So
yeah.
we're right around that every single time. Not really allowing the other
Hmm.
person to pull away. Well, I guess if we miss all three, but
Hmm. Yeah, and yeah, those we got three. We went three different ways for those games, and we kind of went different. And those are some nasty, could be some crazy upsets. So
yeah,
yeah,
I
we
don't
will
like that
see.
I was a homer this week. But we don't have a chance for back to back wins very often, especially at
Hmm.
home and with the weather. So you got to try to jump on it when you can. So
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. So yeah, this was a busy week for us. A lot of episodes, but yeah, we are thankful again for you joining us today. Hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. As always, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we go live or we drop another episode, and leave a comment as well, like the video. And as always, peace.
see you guys.